How do you think an average climber would perform in the world's hardest bouldering gym? Well, I wanted to find out for myself, so I flew to Tokyo, Japan, and went to Ogikubo. Here's my experience. So I didn't plan it out very well, and I only went to the gym about 3 hours before it closed. So I had to rush over there in some pretty crowded public transit, but luckily I was still able to get a warm-up on the train. And because this is the world's hardest gym, I wasn't about to go in there unprepared. I had to get something special. The black. I could settle for no less. So riding my Japanese caffeine high, I finally made my way to the gym. You actually entered through an elevator, because the gym's on the 3rd floor. I'd hate to be their downstairs neighbors. But I was finally at the gym and ready to climb. I just needed to rent some shoes and get on my way. Here's a first look at the walls, and here's the grading system the gym uses. Just a bit of reference here. Pink is the easiest grade, light green is the hardest grade. So after exploring the gym a bit and seeing what routes it had to offer, I decided it was finally time to put my bouldering expertise to the test and start with the easiest grade. Okay, yeah, it really wasn't that hard. I thought the music might make it seem more epic, but it turns out the easiest bouldering grades at the world's hardest gym are pretty much equivalent to the easiest bouldering grades anywhere else. But I can promise you there is a massive jump in difficulty once we get a few grades up from here. Let's take a look at the next few levels. So the next grade is when I started to see the skill requirement jump way up. Keep in mind that this Japanese gym's grading system equates this next level to a V1 or V2 on the V scale or a 5 or 5 plus on the font scale. And make sure to stick around because after this we'll be trying some of the gym's competition boulders. So let's take a look at some of the competition boulders. Keep in mind that the tape might not match the color of the grade I'm displaying, but that's because these are competition boulders, and through a process of just feeling the boulder out and also talking to some of the staff at the gym, I was able to find a corresponding grade on their grading scale. So as you can tell, I was really starting to struggle on these boulders. A really nice employee noticed I was struggling on this problem and gave me a few tips. He told me I should put a heel hook a little bit higher up on this hold and change my orientation on this hold so that my fingers are pointing down instead of up. This guy was super nice and a great boulderer. He was working on some pretty tough routes. Here's how his tips helped me out. And then we get to level 3. If given enough time on level 4s, I feel like I could have figured a lot of them out, but with level 3, I felt like I couldn't start a single one. This one I couldn't even keep myself on the wall to start. This one had a dyno that was not within my skill range. And this one had a coordination dyno to a flat hold where you needed to kick your feet out and toe hook the arete as you caught the hold with your hands. The closest I got to completing a level 3 was at the B-Pump sister gym in Akihabara, and that was an overhang that matched my bouldering style, and I didn't even get halfway up it. So to put this gym's difficulty into context, the hardest grade I was able to climb there was about a V3, but in the United States where I live, the hardest difficulty I've been able to climb is a V6. So I'd say this gym lives up to its reputation, but I'd love to hear your thoughts on it too. So if you've made it this far, I really want to thank you for your support. This is the first time I've made a long form video for YouTube, so this is kind of new territory for me. So if you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing to my channel. I post new shorts on climbing every single day, and I also do the same on my Instagram channel. You can find the link in the description. If I get good feedback on this long form video for YouTube, I'll definitely consider making more like these in the future. So for now, thanks for watching.